Sometimes I watch this team and it just looks like Saka and 10 donkeys running around the field. 1-0 loss to Manchester City. What do you really expect? I don't know. Something a little better than that. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, Pitchside with Parker, to another Arsenal review. Now, if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe to the channel because I do reviews after every Arsenal men's and women's games, or at least as many as I can. And there's plenty of other Arsenal and other soccer content on the channel, so I'm sure you'll like it. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button before we even get started because that's what we do around here. I said on Twitter before this game, I don't even really get excited when Arsenal play Manchester City. It's kind of the one game in the calendar where when it's coming up, I just don't have the same sense of anticipation before the game starts because in recent years, Arsenal just been played off the pitch every single time since Pep Guardiola's been there. And it happened again today, and although, yeah, maybe City didn't really put in their best performance, did Arsenal really ever look like they had a chance in this game? I mean, it certainly doesn't help when you give up a goal 77 seconds into the game when you let Raheem Sterling, 5'7" Raheem Sterling, get a free header in the box. I mean, Rob Holding, mate, what were you doing? He had an absolute shocker today. In a sense, I feel a little bit bad for he and Marie because Arsenal have been using Gabriel and David Luiz the last couple of games. They just randomly get thrown in. This is yet another example of how Arsenal just are not a serious team because Arteta chops and changes the lineup so much, and that's okay when it's the forwards, but center backs, you just can't do that with. And when they came in, they looked very rusty. Tierney at the back looked incredibly rusty. I was far from impressed with Hector Bellerin, but I rarely am these days, and it just looked very easy for Manchester City, and that's how it always looks against Arsenal. I mean, literally, look at Pep Guardiola in this game. He rocked up wearing just a hoodie. I was reading his hoodie. It said, Sea Beach or something like that. Like, he literally got this at a trip to the beach. It's a souvenir hoodie. That's what he showed up to the game in. It's like he's playing Football Manager. He really just showed up, he's got his hoodie up, and he's just pressing buttons. Oh, I don't know, let's play Cancelo as the box-to-box midfielder today. Let's do Kevin De Bruyne, trequartista. But on support, it felt like City were taking the piss. I mean, the one play in the second half really summed it up where Cancelo was getting pressured. He volleys it about 60 yards into the sky, back to Ederson, who then also one-touch volleys it and tries to clear it. And then Elneny goes for a first-time shot off of it and misses the frame. I mean, that really summed up the game. City just wasn't even trying that hard, and yet Arsenal made it look incredibly difficult. And I think that just shows the gulf between these two teams. Yeah, I mean, it's why City are going to win the league and why they are going to be a threat in the Champions League and why Arsenal are in the bottom half of the table and, struggling to make it through the round of 32 of the Europa League. I mean, if we look through the Arsenal team to start this game, I mean, spoiler alert, nobody really played well. Again, maybe Saka. I mean, he looks like the only player that deserves to be on the same pitch as Manchester City right now. Aside from him, you look at the forwards, Pepe didn't do much of anything in this game. And look, I talked about Pepe in my last video. And I feel bad for him because what I was saying in the last video is that he's been used so inconsistently. And it feels like he's still done well whenever he's been asked to do so many different things. But yet again, he's swapped back to the right-hand side, whereas recently he's been playing on the left. And he just looked lost out there. But it didn't help that every time Bellerin tried to pass him the ball, it just went all the way the other direction. So, yeah, he was pretty useless. Odegaard, disappointing today. I think there was a lot of opportunities where he had chances to turn, he had chances to try to go forward, and it just felt very negative. And that tends to happen when you've got Elneny and Xhaka as the midfield pairing in the pivot. Although I don't think either of them played terrible, they kind of just did what they do. And if you put those two out against Manchester City, you're just not really going to be able to create a whole lot. Aubameyang, didn't have much of a chance to do anything. I was amazed that he didn't get subbed off, honestly, when they brought Lacazette on and they brought Smith Rowe on. I thought those were positive changes, at least. For one game, we didn't see Willian. That was exciting. But yeah, it just kind of looked like Arsenal never had a chance, and I don't really know what else you want me to say about this one? Once again, City showed their class. I think they are going to go ahead and go on and win the league. Very curious to see what will happen in their Champions League tie on Wednesday. Gladbach lost at the weekend, so I don't know if that may have been a case of rotation or what happened, but City at least got to keep their winning streak going, which I believe is a record 18 games in a row now, and they will have all the momentum heading into that Gladbach tie, and I would expect them to keep the level up and get through that one. And now Arsenal will head to a very tough second leg in Greece. I believe it's being played against Benfica. They've got everything to play for. They did get the away goal, but it's tied 1-1, so really, I mean, it could go any way. They could be through to the next round, and they could be bottom half of the table with nothing left to play for this season. So really, this will determine a lot about where Arsenal goes forward, but they haven't exactly put themselves in a good position in the league, and today was just another step in that. But yeah, that's all for this one. Thanks for checking this video out. Again, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I am doing daily videos now. I got my new setup. I can record whenever I want, and it's a beautiful thing. So if you're an Arsenal fan, if you're a City fan, if you're just a soccer fan in general, come through to the channel, hit that subscribe button. There will be something you like. I promise you that, and there will be videos every single day. So without further ado, I'll get out of here, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.